Yeah, new jazz intro. Pretty sweet, I think so. I'm gonna try not to peak the audio. I've been doing that for the past several episodes of Let's Play that I've been doing, and I don't know why, but Audacity seems to be perfectly fine, and I'm talking about the same volume, so who knows what's going on. But that's on the other channel. Right now, we are here to talk about fun stuff, mostly horror manga and PC games. So that's an interesting combination, I think. I did a little thinking before I clicked the record button, although I've clicked the record button like a few times to make sure the audio was okay, because I don't have a pop filter on my microphone. I do have a piece of foam I could probably grab, but I don't have anything to clip it onto something to put it in front of anything. And it's really thick foam because it's supposed to protect our projector bulbs from getting shifted around and likely exploding, because that's exactly what could happen if they get shifted around enough to cause a chaotic distortion of not goodness. So, yeah, I grabbed that, and then I've got some more up at work that I forgot to grab. It's actually like a cardboard piece that kind of envelopes like a little shield, and it's got foam on the outside. So I thought, hey, that would be great for like sound, because there's an echo in this room like no other. And I thought maybe that could help a little. I don't know. Because I don't know if I will stay in this room since it's becoming winter and stuff. If I can sell some stuff that's in the game room of possibilities in the future, then that would be awesome. Then I could put everything down there, maybe grab a table that's not round. I don't know how many times I've complained about this round table, like way too many times. It's perfectly fine for eating at, but it is not perfectly fine for being on the computer at. I mean, I've got it all arranged and everything. It's deep enough. Oh, it's amazingly deep in, the area that's in the middle and not the area that's around the edges, because that's just chaotic and crazy. But I digress. Welcome to episode number 10. I hope you guys liked the new thumbnail I did up. That took a little thinking. I'm like, I want a background. I don't want it to just be, kind of nothing background with just text on it. I want it to look a little cool. So I'm like, hey, podcasts are, necessarily circular around headphones and, microphones. And I've got both. So, ba-da-da-da. I'm like, I'm a big fan of adding little bits of effects and stuff to it. So that's why it's got the cool shadowed border and the effect of looking like it's, not quite really, really old, but not really new. It's got a little static here, a little flicker, and, stuff like that. So I thought it was cool. And if I don't like it within the next 10 episodes, then I'll change it again. I might change the episode and the episode number, the text color, because it's appropriate right now, considering this is going to be the episode that gets released before Halloween. I was going to do it for next episode, but next episode would be November, so it's kind of silly to have, Halloween-themed thing when it's not Halloween anymore. So, since I don't do these on Fridays or Saturdays or whatever day, it's going to be this. So we are going to talk about the horror manga, and we are going to talk about PC games today. And I would like to thank everybody who left their comments and stuff, because it was amazing. And, yeah. So, I will note, Brilliant 1977, I do see your first question, but I'm not going to get into that. A, because I haven't been really following it, and B, because there's so much going on about it. If you guys are curious about it, you can look at the previous comment in the previous episode. I'm not going to name it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to talk about it because I haven't been following it. And what I've gathered from people who do follow it and talk about it, lots of stuff happens that you don't want to happen. And I just don't want to mess with it. I just don't. I'd like it to be done and over with. I'd like for everything to be not back to normal, but better than what it was before this whole thing is going on. So I think it's a big mess, basically. That's all I think about it. But PC games, we will talk about the PC games first because I'm going to go on a big giant talkiness about these two mangas I've got in front of me. Although technically it's two series, and I don't have volume 2 for one of them, unfortunately. I don't know why. I've never gotten it, but they match, and it's really cool because, it's by the same mangaka. So, but we will talk about the PC games. The questions that are, now that I play more PC games than before, are there any games / franchises that I've missed over the years and want to pick up? And also, have I played Hakken or MechWarrior Online? I have not played Hakken or MechWarrior Online yet. I might, though, because they're, revolved around mecha, and that sounds awesome. And MechWarrior, I've got a PlayStation 1 MechWarrior game. I think it's PlayStation 1. Pretty sure. I hadn't even played that one. So, but maybe in the future I'll play them. It's just, right now, time is a little difficult. There's other games I want to play that I really like and I'm really enjoying, so I'm playing those. So probably once I'm finished with that, I might pick up another one. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But games and franchises, it's mostly genre, actually. I'm really loving these roguelike games that are coming out, even though some of them are for consoles. Like one that I'm playing right now, you can actually play, I think, on PlayStation and Xbox. I don't know if you could play it on Xbox, but it's Rogue Legacy, and I absolutely love it. And there's another roguelike one called Legend of Dungeon, and that one's really fun. And there's probably a few others. I play a lot of roguelikes because they're fun. I like the aspect of you don't know what's gonna happen when you walk into that one area. You don't know what the layout's gonna be. You don't know what it's gonna be like, what bad guys are gonna be there, where the goodies are. It's just really fun to not know. It's kind of like playing the same game, but playing different versions of it. Like, you know how games have their little levels and everything? Well, it's more like you're playing it through for the first time, all the time. So it's really cool. It adds so much replay value to me. And I like it. I like stuff like that. Like the sandbox stuff, which I know. Minecraft is one of the things that I play, and I know you could play it on console, but I like it so much better on the PC. The controls are better, and you can actually do the crafting stuff. And it's one of the versions that's always updated to the most recent thing. I know the Pocket Edition is pretty close to the PC Edition, and I'm not sure about the console and the handheld one. I don't know how far back they are. I don't even know if they have horses yet. I hope they have horses. I mean, come on. How far back are you guys going to be? Not too far back, I hope. But, yeah. And, let's see. Some games that I started playing. There's a few MMOs. And then there's a few others. One that I've always loved playing on the computer is, it's mostly a card game and board game one. It's from Hoyle. And they're my favorite ones. Because I used to play that years ago on my Windows XP computer I had in my room, and it was so much fun because the AIs have they have little personalities, and they're not these faceless, nameless characters. They're like aliens and robots, and there's a T-Rex, there's, charismatic cowboys and stuff like that. It's really fun, and you can make them be very sarcastic, you can make them not talkative, you can make them really talkative, you can interact with them even, and I think it's really cool how they did that. It's fun. And then you can buy like little stuff with your little points to decorate your little avatar and stuff, and I think that's cool. Another game for the PC that I'm glad to have now, there's a whole bunch actually. But one that I was playing for the longest time was Sid Meier's Railroads. And I really wish they made another one, because I absolutely love that game, but it crashes sometimes. And it's really disappointing when it does that. You get so far, and then all of a sudden, blah. It's like, no, I was so close, doing so well. And it's just like, no! Ah! But it's really fun when you get it to work, because then you can make your little railroad, connect the towns. And there's one where it's not even career mode, you just goof around, and I love that. Because then you're not restrained by the AI who's also building trains, or you can be, you compete against them, trying to get the best railroad chain in the whole States or Europe, or, you know, stuff like that. It's really cool. And then you get to see, like, the old trains, and then you get to upgrade to the newer ones. And by newer, I mean air quotes newer, according to the game's set time. Because you can go through different eras and stuff. So I don't know, it's just really fun, and I never see anything like that for the console, so I'm really glad that I've got a computer to play games like that. Other ones, of course, are MMOs. I've played Torchlight, and then there's some tower defense games that are only on the PC that I got to play with one of my online buddies. So it's pretty cool. There's other games that I play on here that I know are on console, but I just really like playing it on the computer, especially now that I've got a gamepad, so I can play the racing games a little better. But I'll still keep my PS3, because some of the DLC for some of these games, they never gave to the PC group. So, I mean, sure, there's, you know, the mods who had it transferred over, you know, they designed, like, example, Burnout Paradise, the island, and the cars that go with the island. The PC version never got that. So somebody modded it in, and I thought that was cool, but, you know, I don't know. It's just disappointing that we don't get the actual real deal. And now that the server's down, you can't really activate your DLC cars that you buy if you buy the game recently. So that's really annoying. It's like, really? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And of course they're never gonna fix it, because, you know, bleh, big jerks. But yeah, I think that's all, really. I'm trying to find some more really cool racing games, add to my wish list to get for later, because I love playing racing games, especially arcade racing games. So if you guys knew anything that's cool and awesome, you can leave a comment, and I'll check it out on Steam, or Green Man Gaming, or Good Old Gaming, one of the two. But that brings us up to, let's see, yeah, that was all the questions from Marillion, so thank you for the PC game questions. And now we go up to Dylan's question, which is basically talking about horror manga, which I've got right beside me. You can't see that because this is a podcast. No visuals. Oh no! But it's two of my favorite, from my favorite horror mangaka, which is kind of cheating because I don't think I've read any other horror manga from any other artist or writer. But it is Gyo and Uzumaki, which I do believe I've done a manga review over Gyo like several years ago, I think. And they're both done by Junji Ito. It's Jungi. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but Mr. Ito writes really, really creepy horror manga. This is like bizarre stuff. I mean, it's stuff where it is not for the faint of heart. I mean, even the side art on the manga is really creepy looking, especially for Gyo. Uzumaki's just like spiral. It's this weird spiral that's hovering over, and everybody gets obsessed with it. But the art style is really detailed, but it's in the manner of, you could tell what's what. It's not so detailed where there's way too much on the page in each little panel. It's not so much where it's overwhelming and you're like, what's what is that, what is this? He does a really good job in shading it and giving the characters their facial expressions and stuff. So it's really good and creepy. Both of them are creepy. I mean, it's just, I don't remember much about them. I just remember that they're so good. I've got them in my hand. Almost all the complete. Gyo is only 2 volumes long, and I believe Uzumaki is either 2 or 3 volumes long. But I've only got the 1, unfortunately. But they're so bizarre. And there's some parts where you're kind of like, oh my goodness, can't read any further. Cringe-worthiness kind of sort of thing. But they're really good. They're really creepy. And they're actually the only horror manga that I've read, which is sad. I do have The Drifting Classroom. I don't remember which volume I've got, though, so that could explain why I haven't watched it yet. Not watched it, read it. You can't watch a manga, it just sits there and does nothing. It's kind of boring. You should read it, because that makes it a whole lot better. But yeah, I mean, that's all that I've managed to read. If you guys have any recommendations, of course, I'm always open to recommendations about that and talking about stuff like that. But let's see. Horror anime. The only thing that I could think of that would come close to horror anime would be Higurashi When They Cry. It's really, if you haven't watched it yet, you should totally do that. The only thing that I'm disappointed with is the fact that the OVA wasn't released here, as far as I remember. They could have released it when I wasn't looking. But last I knew, they weren't released. I do have some of the manga for that, but I have not read it yet. I don't have all the manga. I've got like volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and probably like 8, 10, 12, something like that. So that's why I haven't read it. Because it'd be like, oh, guess I'll have to skip several volumes now. Yeah, it's crazy ridiculous. Oh, hiccups. Hello. So, I guess I didn't have much to talk about, I suppose. Mostly because I don't remember what these 2 horror mangas are about, even though they're right in front of me. I could probably read the synopsis and whatnot, but I just remember Uzumaki had this weird spiral thing that was either near a town or it just started appearing everywhere in the town. Something like that. It's really creepy. And then everybody becomes obsessed with the spiral until the end. But I won't spoil that. Mostly because I don't remember how it ends. I just remember it was really good. And Gyo was about these weird mutant things that come out from the ocean nearby. Like it's infested with something or something. All the fish are mutated, they have legs and stuff, and everything's just after all the people. It's just really creepy, but well drawn. It's just, I'm flipping through the pages right now. Oh my goodness. It was just weird. You could probably hear me flipping through the pages. Yay. I may have to reread that on Halloween. Just take it up to work with me, because I'm pretty sure I'm working on Halloween night. Everybody's like, I want to request off. I want to go Halloween party. And then 2 of my coworkers have kids, so it's like, you know what? I expect you to request off because your kids want to go Halloweening, trick-or-treating. And, you know, the other one just wants to go to a party, so it's like, meh, whatever. So we won't be busy because everybody will be at the festivals or trick-or-treating, stuff like that. Yay. But I think that is all for me today. No co-host. I didn't have time to inquire to anybody if they wanted to join in. It's kind of a last minute throw together because I was trying to configure the new intro and thumbnail and whatnot, so I did that. Then I was debating about an outro. I think I'll just leave that until I have time to mess with that, because I got some new music from royalty-free artists and stuff, so if you guys want to check out who did the intro, the link will be down in the description, as well as anything else I can think of that you guys may be interested in or want to have the link to. So that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I will see you next time.